The Ghost of Kyiv has a name. He has absolutely owned the Russian Air Force. Godspeed and more kills. Samuyil, Ukrainian ace fighter, pilot known as Ghost of Kyiv, real name Samuyil Hyde, a 36-year-old who was identified as the Mig-29 pilot accredited with downing 6 Russian jets. Have you guys heard of the Kiev ghost, or the ghost of Kiev? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all getting a little ridiculous. It's so hard to tell truth from reality. Was there really a fighter pilot in the Ukraine, representing the Ukraine, who knocked down 5 or 6 air jets? Russian pilots, Russian jets, Russian planes, whatever. Was there really the Ghost of Kyiv there? Now, these types of stories become famous. I mean, wartime stories always become famous, and there's always a little bit of truth, but sometimes most of it is a lie. Most of it is something that's used to either advantage one side or the other. Information is hugely important in scenarios like this, but we've never seen anything like this, especially at such a large scale with that many soldiers going in. Now this is modern warfare, and it's getting crazy. So how do we decipher the truth from reality? How can we tell if we're being duped or not? Because the Ghost of Kyiv, we're going to go through this story, and then we're going to see the twists and turns that it's taken, and then we're going to have to realize that we have to be very careful when we jump to conclusions, especially when you first hear something and it sounds sensational. Now, I don't want to take away from anyone or anything that happened that is sensational, but we have to take it with a grain of salt, especially these days, because there's no telling what exactly is actually going on. What actually is going on? The only ones who really know what's going on are the ones who were there. But who is the Ghost of Kyiv? Ukraine Mig-29 Fighter. I wish this advertisement would go away. Can I get it off here, or are we stuck with it? We're probably stuck with it. But who is the Ghost of Kyiv? Ukraine Mig-29 fighter pilot becomes the stuff of legends. Now, is this serious? Is it serious? An unconfirmed Ukrainian Mig-29 fighter pilot, dubbed the Ghost of Kyiv by social media users, has gone viral as several unsubstantiated claims have begun claiming the flyer downed several Russian jets. And now here's a little bit, some screenshots of the footage. An unconfirmed Ukrainian Mig-29 fighter pilot, dubbed the Ghost of Kyiv by social media, has gone viral. Social media users on Friday shared clips allegedly showing a MiG jet soaring through the skies over several cities in Ukraine in what appears to be the creation of an urban legend. Many are calling the mysterious pilot a hero and the first European ace since World War II. Since World War II. People are dying for these types of stories. People love these types. I love these types of stories. But are they true? Things become legends in due time, but this became a legend very quickly. But everything these days become legends very quickly. So a flying ace is a term given to the military aviator credited with downing 5 or more enemy aircraft in aerial combat. There is zero evidence the Ghost of Kyiv exists, with Ukrainian authorities not confirming their existence, but they will not confirm it either. They're going to let you, hey, if you believe that, that helps us. That helps the Ukraine. That makes us seem like at least we have a couple of people who can hang in there, man. Because it just doesn't look like good news at all for Ukraine. And we're going to have to see where it's going to go. And everyone has their opinions. And I'm holding my opinions too much. As you guys pretty much get what my opinion is. My opinion is we shouldn't be. It ain't none of our business. It's like if there was some stuff going on in Cuba, yeah, that's our business. That's a little bit closer. A little bit closer. So I could understand why the Russians would be a little bit frustrated if everybody isn't wanting to play ball with them. But here's one of the shots. Okay, so please let the Ghost of Kyiv be real. I'm begging major media to report whether the Ghost of Kyiv really exists, as if it's true to that today. Heroic Ukrainian fighter pilot single-handedly downed 6 Russian jets. This flying ace immediately becomes a stirring symbol of Ukraine's resistance to Putin's war crimes. People are getting their hopes up, man. People are getting their hopes up for this stuff. Or is it an imaginary? And you want to believe. Of course, everybody wants to believe. Everyone wants to believe in a hero. Most definitely. Please let the Ghost of Kyiv be real. Now here's a little bit more footage. Interesting. I mean, that was just others took to social media to say that Ghost of Kyiv is real or not. The pilot is an inspiration to us all. May your engines burn hot and your spirit never be crushed. Ghost of Kyiv, a YouTube user, commented on the video titled "First Fighter Ace of the 21st Century." Ukraine pilot claims 6 kills in day 1, but there's no clarification with any of this. Now that would be so badass if that was real. That would be so badass if that was real. Meanwhile, the Ukraine Armed Forces shared a video claiming that it showed Ukrainian Mig-29 taking down a Russian fighter jet in a dogfight. However, that clip was first uploaded onto video sharing platform YouTube and was titled Ghost of Kyiv. The uploader claimed in the clip's description box that the footage was made using a digital combat simulator. And technology is getting good, guys. Technology is getting really good. Clashes between Russian and Ukrainian armed forces entered a second day on Friday after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, I know Zelensky, but I don't know if I said his first name right, said Thursday at 137 civilians and military personnel had been killed so far since Russia launched the invasion. In the early hours of Friday morning, Russian forces appeared to have infiltrated the residential district of Kyiv. Now, what's crazy about this is anytime a big story like this goes crazy and it goes all over the place and everything starts going viral and you start seeing a little bit of craziness all over the place, you start getting the truth slowly but surely starts to come out. And now we finally have proof. It has been revealed who the Ghost of Kyiv is. It has been revealed who the Ghost of Kyiv is. And this is the real deal, guys. I'm telling you, you can't believe what I'm about to show you right now. The Ghost of Kyiv has a name. He has absolutely owned the Russian Air Force. Godspeed and more kills. Samuyil, Ukrainian ace fighter, pilot known as Ghost of Kyiv, real name Samuyil Hyde, a 36-year-old who was identified as the Mig-29 pilot accredited with downing 6 Russian jets. Now, you see the Ghost of Kyiv, right? The Ghost of Kyiv's a comedian. How do we know? He was an American comedian. Samuyil Hyde, Kinzinger, he's a Republican from Idaho or something like that, falls for a notorious internet meme. And now we're getting into why we have to be careful, guys. We have to be careful. U.S. Rep. Adam Kinzinger has shared misinformation on numerous occasions since Ukraine-Russia conflict escalated this week. In one instance, Kinzinger shared a Sam Hyde meme, seemingly falling for a long-running internet joke. Additionally, the congressman has called for a no-fly zone to be enforced over the nation, a move that would almost certainly lead to a full-scale war between NATO and Russia. Kinzinger shared a photo of a Ukrainian pilot believed to be the Ghost of Kyiv, whose entire existence is disputed. A rival story has claimed that a Ukrainian pilot dubbed the Ghost of Kyiv took down multiple Russian aircraft on day one, becoming Europe's first pilot ace since World War II. The Ukrainian government has advanced the claim, but no further evidence has been revealed as of this time. It doesn't hurt them to push it, but the Sam Hyde joke, anytime there's a shooting here, the Sam Hyde meme keeps popping up, and it keeps popping up. And he's a comedian, and he's got some pretty funny shit, but geez, the poor guy, he can't even, like, I would hate to be Sam Hyde, man, because this just sucks. It has to suck, man. Like, every time a tragedy happens, you become a meme. And, like, you don't own that. Like, the people own you then. It's not like there's, what can you do? There's nothing that you really can do, man. They own you. The internet owns you. And it just goes into more and more of this misinformation. Like, how do we figure it out? You know, and this is an actual Republican, what is he? Something. Did I read it earlier? A Republican Illinois, U.S. representative. Now, and I see a lot of people doing this. Why does Adam Kinzinger keep spreading war misinformation? And there goes another one showing more misinformation from the original post to more recently. It's not like, here's the thing, it's not like Adam Kinzinger knows exactly that that's what it is. He's just seeing it and he's like, yeah, I'll do that. It is just so much. There is just so much going on out there. And it's hard, man. It's hard to decipher what's real and what isn't real. How do you tell? It looks like we may have to be a little bit more careful with the stories that we share, with the support of people that we don't know if we actually support or not. If we're being told to support one side as opposed to the other, what is really going on here? Why is it more important for us to like this side and that side? And all I want to do is live my life and worry about stuff that's at home. I don't really want to worry about what's going on over there. It seems like it's more their business, especially with the way that Ukraine has been the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years anyway, especially. They can't get along. There's a lot. It's very destabilized, and that may be a lot of what's going on. I mean, there's so many variables about what's going on in the world that we do not have answers to, and we don't know what the hell is going on, and it's just a whirlwind of information coming here, coming there, and coming and coming and coming and coming. And what can you do? What can you do? Well, I guess all we really can do is be patient and try to have a little bit of foresight and understand that there are going to be people trying to push different things for their different interests. And what are those interests and why? I don't know. All I'm saying is we need to pay attention, pay close attention, and try not to believe everything as it all comes out, because it seems like the truth is not too far behind. So we have to stay on top of it, guys. We have to make sure that we're checking our stuff.